Well, it's Monday morning, and the political circus and dog and pony show has gotten off to a great start. This from the Daily Mail. Democrat senator apologizes after supporters at his Illinois fundraiser stage a mock assassination of President Trump. A Democratic state senator has apologized after pictures were posted online of a group of supporters at his fundraiser performing a mock assassination of President Trump. Now, listen to this, guys. In a separate image, Senator Martin Sandoval, 55, who represents Illinois' 11th district, was pictured standing next to one man who had constructed the simulated attack, standing next to him. You'd think if there was any remorse in this guy, any intolerance for so-called gun violence, he would call it out right then, but he didn't. Images posted on social media saw one man pointing a machine gun, and that's this guy right here, pointing a machine gun at another person dressed in a Mexican costume wearing a Donald Trump mask. Let's just take this in for a second. Under the picture, it says a Democratic senator has apologized after pictures were posted online of a group of supporters at his fundraiser performing a mock assassination of President Trump. The man wearing the Trump mask appeared to grab his chest and lean back as if he's imitating being shot by the man holding the gun. The performance was reportedly acted out in front of guests at Sandoval's fundraising event, according to WCIA. The pictures sparked outrage online, of course, because you got to have a little drama in your politics, and Sandoval has since released a statement apologizing for the unacceptable actions of the guests at his event. He said, "I don't condone violence toward the president or anyone else. I apologize that something like this happened at my event." Sandoval's event was held at the Klein Creek Golf Club in West Suburban Winfield, and donors paid at least $250 to attend. So you're not talking about lower echelon people. If you can afford $250 to attend some political get-together, some political shindig, you're not doing too bad for yourself. Both Republican and Democratic supporters have weighed in on the images. Of course they did, including Democratic Governor J.B. Pritzker, who blasted them in a statement on Saturday. She said, "As our nation grapples with the epidemic of gun violence." You're going to see that a lot this week. You've seen it in the last couple weeks. You've seen it in the last couple months. They talk about this epidemic of gun violence. It's kind of like what I dealt with on my main channel, High Impact Flicks, of Anna Presley going on to the Daily Show and telling Trevor Noah that we have an epidemic of gun violence. Let's get through this article real quick, and then we're going to go over some real quick statistics and show you that there's no such thing. There is no problem of an epidemic of gun violence in this country. Purposely pointing a fake gun at anyone is insensitive and wrong. Yeah, everybody knows that. I condemn actions like the ones displayed in the pictures because they lack the civility our politics demands. Our politics demand civility. Politics is the very epitome of immorality. And she's saying that we have civility in politics. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. One of Trump's closest aides, Kellyanne Conway, brought the pictures to the attention of her followers. Of course she did, on Sunday evening. She retweeted them and captioned the post, "Every Democrat should be asked if they support or disavow this." And here's her tweet right here. Illinois Republican Party Chairman Tim Schneider said, quote, "The apology from Senator Sandoval for the detestable pictures from his event depicting an assassination of President Trump is too little, too late." And I agree. I mean, if you see this happen in front of you, what would the normal person do? Come on, dude. What are you guys doing? Call it out right there. Maybe, because you're a politician, go ahead and get your cameraman and say, "Hey, roll this tape. Let the voters show that I'm sensitive and I can tackle these issues right when they happen." But Sandoval didn't even have the wherewithal to do that. Why? Because, well, you know why. A lot of these people have murder in their hearts, guys. They just do not care. They want to implement gun control because for them, it's all about control. This says dangerous imagery like this will be condemned and seen as inappropriate by people of sound mind. However, a mentally unstable individual who wants to harm President Trump might find them as an inspiration. Quote, it's inexcusable for an elected official to allow the promotion of violence in any way. If the individual pictured is a staffer or volunteer, they should be terminated immediately. Now let's talk about this epidemic of gun violence thing they're trying to shove down our throats. I'm gonna just really quickly deal with this, guys. Okay, so these are figures from the CDC. It says in 2017, the most recent year for which complete data is available, 39,773 people died from gun-related injuries in the U.S., according to the CDC. This figure includes gun murders and gun suicides, along with 3 other less common types of gun-related deaths tracked by the CDC. So, guys, this is a government source putting out these details, okay? Down here it says, though they tend to get less attention than gun-related murders, suicides have long accounted for the majority of U.S. gun deaths. Look at this. 60%, at least 60% of all quote-unquote gun deaths or gun-related deaths take place by suicide. While 37% were murders, according to the CDC, the remainder were unintentional or law enforcement involved or had undetermined circumstances, and that's 3%. So let's just give them 40,000, okay? Let's test this epidemic that they keep trying to ram down our throats. Let's give them 40,000. Let's break out the calculator. First of all, the population of the United States as of 2018 was 327 million. So when you break out the calculator and you divide 40,000 divided by 327 million, you get 1.22. You multiply that times 100, you get 0.0122. 0.01% of the population dies by quote-unquote gun violence. And we're including in that number the 60% who committed suicide. We're including in that number law enforcement involved killings, unintentional killings, and undetermined circumstances. So this idea that we have an epidemic of gun violence is an absolute lie. And yet, the dog and pony show continues, because it's not about gun control, it's about people control. And for politicians, it's always all about control. Guys, the way you can help this channel combat censorship is if you like this video, hit the thumbs up and share it with everybody you know. That's the best way you can support channels like this one. And if you want to support monetarily by giving maybe $1 a month, my Patreon, PayPal, Bitcoin, and Subscribe Star links are in the description below. I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban video.